Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we have an all signs reading, and it's about something going from not so great, perhaps mental or physical health, and everything changing because of a gift. So there's some sort of opportunity or blessing, perhaps an actual item that is gifted to somebody else here. It could be, for example, a place to live, a sum of money. There is assistance being provided when you feel like things are getting kind of rough, right? So we're going to call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time, and then I'll explain how the all signs will work. So I hope you're all doing well. The all signs in general are going to follow the list below in the description box as far as which order I actually go in. And then after the live stream is done, I will go back in and add some timestamps for you all so that you can easily click to it. Otherwise, if you catch it live, you'll want to check out that description box. And I'm going to grab a couple of cards for each of the 12 astrological signs, beginning with Aquarius, and I'll do probably about 6 to 7, maybe 8 cards for each sign, depending on how long the reading goes. But we're going to do just a little bit of general collective energy, like an oracle card for you, and see what else we might have before we dive into Aquarius. Hi there, Peggy. How are you doing? This is the signs of the times. We have smiley face number 30, joy. So there's happiness or joy that happens as a result of somebody's action. So this comes across to me as gratitude, right? Somebody does something and it's hard for you to put into words your appreciation for that person, right? They're doing something that's kind of like above and beyond, right? You didn't really expect this. Hello there, Dr. Strangelove. How are you doing? So let's go ahead and grab one more from the Energy Oracle, and then we'll dive into Aquarius. Well, we get two more. Number 3, blossoming abundance. Who doesn't like to see that one come out, right? That's pretty obvious. You've got some good things coming to you. And then we've got, I like it. Then we've got angel of strength, number 50. So you may have to kind of remind yourself that you are a strong person in order to get through something. And I feel like, okay, this is weird, but this is how it's coming through to me. So when I was taught how to drive, I remember being told that when you're taking a turn, you're slowing down as you approach that turn, but then maybe about halfway through that actual turn, that's when you start to put the gas on so that you can get back up to appropriate speed on the, street that you're turning on, right? So I feel like that's what's happening here. You've got a pivot or a change in your life, and maybe it's an unexpected one, but there's something here that adds like a little bit of gas for you and makes it easier for you to round that corner, and things kind of like rebalance because of this like added gas, right? Like it's a funny way to put it, but there's just something here that helps you get through that last little bit where maybe you thought things were going to get a little bit too slow or a little bit too challenging. So let's dive in with Aquarius. This is the Tattoo Tarot. Aquarius, we have the 10 of Pentacles and the Lovers. Sorry, the Devil. How did I missee that? So you might be dealing with a Gemini. We've got a little bit of a temptation here, some sort of financial temptation. I'm very drawn to the two individuals that are kind of like roped up here on the Devil card, that one of them is looking right at the devil and one of them is just kind of, facing you straight on, not looking at the devil, right? So I feel like there's something here about when you are very honest with yourself, Aquarius, about what benefits you and what helps you build what you need to build. And also, then, of course, being honest with yourself about what gets in your way or what causes delays, what causes you to have issues or toxicity in your life. When you're honest about this, this is when you are able to achieve this 10 of Pentacles, but only at that point. So you do have some sort of a self-talk, right? Like, hey, let's just talk about how things are going here, self. That's probably not so great for you, and that's probably what you should keep doing. So let's just like slightly alter course, right? So there's something here that you need to do to kind of modify your behavior. And when you do that, things become easier for you. And that's when this gift comes in. So it's important to be honest with yourself about how things are going or what you need to do or change. Once you do, there's with the World card an end to one chapter and a beginning of a new chapter. And it's going to be one that kind of surprises you. One of the best things about life, in my opinion, is that you never really know exactly where you're going to end up or what might change. Maybe your preferences change. Maybe your plans change. Maybe the people in your life change. Whatever happens, um, the ability to accept those changes and find enjoyment in them anyways, even though they might differ from what you expected, that's a big attribute to be focused on in terms of how can I enjoy life? How can I enjoy this experience that I have, right? I feel like there's something here that you didn't really ever imagine picking for yourself that ends up going better than you think, but you have to let go of something in order to get this new chapter. All right, Aquarius. Next, we have the Two of Swords in the reverse, which tells me that you already know that there's not a good, like, you already know the right path. You already know what you need to do. So this shouldn't be some strange revelation to you. I think this is something you've already been contemplating or mulling over. And once you actually take action or make that decision a firm one, that's when things start to change for you. All right, let's get a couple of clarifiers. We're going to use the Everyday Tarot for the clarifiers here. This is Aquarius, by the way. Hi there, Redbeard. So the very first one. And Tess, just to make sure you're aware, there's a list of the actual order I go in the description box. All right, Aquarius, we have the Hierophant as your first clarifier. Feels to me like there's something here that provides structure or routine to your life, and that's good. It could be going to the gym, it could be meal prepping, it could be some sort of, book club or Bible study. There's something here that provides a really good framework or a really good routine for you to stay on top of the things that are important to you. And with the Knight of Swords, this is something that motivates you. This is something that helps you stay focused on what you're working towards or what your main goal is, right? Is it still an issue, Dr. Strangelove? Let me know. I can start over if I need to. I'm hoping I don't need to. That's always fun. All right, we're going to move on to Gemini, and I'm pulled towards the Marigold Tarot, so we'll use that for you. What do we have for Gemini, please? Nine of Wands in the reverse. Six of Rings or Six of Pentacles and the World. Interesting. We have the World in the same location as Aquarius. So, and I think I called out Gemini at the beginning of the Aquarius reading. So you two may be having some dealings. The Nine of Wands in the reverse, Gemini, this is about somebody feeling like maybe the fight isn't worth it. The other day, my friend said, she'd forgotten her cigarettes in her car, but the walk to the car wasn't worth the cigarette that she wanted, so she figured she would just wait. Sometimes the effort that is laid out or that you know needs to be made for something is too far or too much, and it helps us to prioritize, right? What do I actually want to do with my time and what is not maybe worth it? With the 6 of Pentacles, there's something here that you no longer show a lot of interest in, or you don't really feel like you're getting back what you deserve, right? You're giving more than you're taking. So, Gemini, it feels to me like you're kind of reassessing how something fits into your life and what the best like path forward is, even though it might be different from what your opinion would have been, 3 months ago. Because at some point you thought that this was a good choice, right? So we have the 6 of Wands at the or in the reverse, and then 5 of Cups. Interesting, because our skulls on the 5 of Cups are upside down, but there's flowers growing out of the skulls. So what feels like a disappointment or a failure here, Gemini, is something that you're starting to appreciate as an important stepping stone that helps you become who you need to be. So this feels like acceptance to me. Like, I don't know if I'm going to keep trying to make this a thing. If it's not working with all of this effort, then it's not going to work. So it's like you've decided, okay, I know what isn't working and I know what I need to change. I'm not going to look at it explicitly as a failure so much as a lesson, right? I learned a lot from this situation, and there's something beautiful that I got from this relationship or job, whatever it is. You're able to see that there's more beyond that, right? All right, what else do we have for Gemini, please? We have Strength in the reverse and 2 of Wands. If someone doesn't have the character or the strength, the conviction to do the right thing, then you're willing to change your plan. You're willing to look at the alternatives. You're willing to change. The 2 of Wands has the globe in their hand, and they're just sitting there like, like a very confident stance. Like, I can do this. I can make this a better situation, or I can choose something that would result in a better outcome, right? Like, there's, after a sense of disappointment, there is courage and conviction to do something better, to do something differently. All right, let's move on to Libra. Libra, we're going to use the Black Tarot for you. Hello there, Corey. How are you doing? I don't know if I said hello to Tess, but hello, Tess. Hello, Miss Joanna. How are you? So, Libra, let's see what we've got. We've got the 8 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. I like the progression, right? We have one after the other, 8 and 9 of the same suit. And this is coming across to me as a conversation. Something that had been avoided by one or both parties, something very serious, a change or an issue, right? And with the 9 of Wands, it feels to me like a ripple effect. Like I'm looking at somebody's choice or somebody's actions. It doesn't necessarily have to be a consistent behavior, but it is definitely something that they knowingly did, right? This isn't an accident. And there are consequences. Like I said, ripple effect, right? So we have maybe a little bit too much noise or a little bit too much toxicity, negativity, because somebody is not being honest about what they're doing or what they need to change, right? So it's kind of coming across to me as like a reality check, or dare I say intervention. There's just like a, hey, we need to talk. It's not working. I don't like this. What is this? Hierophant in the reverse. And the world. All of you air signs got the world in the upright. Interesting. And almost all in the same position. These two over here, this one in the fourth. And then we have the Seven of Swords. All right, so Libra, it feels to me like whoever I'm reading for, you are telling somebody, like, I'm done with the lies by omission. I'm done with the mischaracterization. I know that you're lying, so you might as well just like stop lying. It's getting aggravating at this point. I'm trying to think of an example, but all right, I have one. Have you ever dated somebody that was trying to quit smoking and then they would try to tell you that they had quit smoking, but you could like smell it, or you could like tell that they hadn't quit? Like it's that kind of thing, right? Like, don't lie to me, like I can smell it, right? Not stupid. Hi there, Mr. Hambone. How are you? All right, Libra, let's get a couple of clarifiers for you here. Seven of Pentacles, Three of Cups. All right, so honestly, this feels to me like there is a need. All right, let me rephrase that. If you want to get what you want from this situation, be it relationship or job, whatever it is, there's a need for somebody else to mediate or somebody else to like provide guidance here. In other words, there's a little bit of like blind leading the blind kind of here. Like maybe you need an unbiased third party. Maybe you need a different perspective. Maybe you need somebody to call somebody out on their ish, whatever it is. There's somebody else here that could help. Unless you're just like, you know what? I don't think this is something I want to keep doing. Like, I think I'm all right with moving forward and finding something different. I mean, free will. We can all do what we want to do. Don't have to do anything that somebody tells us to do, right? So, Libra, my advice to you is consider who the experts are in this situation and decide whether or not it's worth going through all of that, right? All right, so this is for Pisces. This is the Edgar Allan Poe. Pisces, we have the Four of Cups in the reverse. We have somebody doing a little bit of poking around, trying to get some information. We have the Knight of Pentacles. This is somebody you might not expect would be asking about you because you may have forgotten about this person. This might be like 3-4 persons ago. Like, this person has taken their time, and I feel like in part because they had some sort of financial obligations they needed to handle or they needed to address, something that took their focus away, right? And like I said, I don't think you're necessarily like sitting by the phone waiting for this person. You've moved on, right? Hello there, Elizabeth. How are you doing? Oh, you're so sweet. All right, Pisces, we have, you guys see this? You probably can't. He's just like leaning into me. He's so cute. Are you bashful? You're like hiding from the camera, dude. Everybody loves you. Pisces, we've got the Hermit and the Six of Wands in the reverse. Interesting because the Gemini reading also had the Six of Wands in the reverse in the same position. But I'm also kind of getting a vibe here that there was some sort of disappointment, failure. That's not what I wanted. That really helped you learn and possibly helped somebody else learn. about yourselves, about communication, about how to deal with somebody that won't necessarily communicate how they're really feeling, right? So there's a wisdom that has come out of this situation. And I do feel like it's for both of you. Pisces, you're continuing the trend. So we had the world come out for all of the air signs. Now we're on water signs, and Pisces, you've got the world, but it's in the reverse. There's something here that's unfinished. In fact, somebody feels like it's kind of an important thing for their own development or growth as a person to finally say what it is that they didn't say to you. Even if it doesn't get what they want, right? Like if they want to have some sort of reunion, this person is just like, I know that I need to be honest about this, or I know I need to, like, for my own edification, uh, communicate what I did not communicate before. Then, I'll feel better about the situation. Oh, okay. So we have the Chariot and the Knight of Wands. There's somebody that might be traveling to visit you, or somebody that feels like they need to hurry up. Like there is some sort of like restriction time wise on this situation. I mean, most situations have some sort of expiration date, right? But this is like, I've taken a while. I should probably like do something, or just like accept that that's not going to be a thing. Hello there. What is it? Is it Baljan? I've already done Gemini. That was the second one in. So you just want to rewind a little bit. And did I say hi to Peggy? Peggy, I feel like you were the first one. You have a Pisces moon? Oh, I love it. All right. Let's see. Well, I was drawn to the OG for you, Cancer. So let's go with that one. This is the Rider-Waite, Cancer. And we'll see what we've got for you regarding this gift or big change that helps you. We have the Seven of Cups and the Page of Swords. You're getting information, Cancer, to clarify a situation. So it kind of feels to me like you're curious on why things are changing for you, or like if you get a random bouquet of flowers, or if you get a random gift, say somebody like buys your dinner at a restaurant and you look around and you're like, but I don't know any of these people, like who would do that for me? You're one of those people where like you got to figure it out. You got to know why, like what's going on here. Like I have questions. In my head, I'm like picturing that. Shit, what's her name? The chick who was in the Hunger Games. I can't think of her name. Anyways, I'm picturing her like Instagram reel or meme or whatever it is, where she's like, "What do you mean? What do you mean?" So, Cancer, there's something here that you had to like figure out. You played a little bit of a detective here, and you're getting more information after you reassess the situation. Because this is like, sometimes I see this as somebody having like a measuring stick out, and they're like, "Oh, actually, it looks like this is what happened, or this was the state of affairs." Like you're getting the truth of the situation because you were dealing with somebody that didn't really communicate very well. So we have the King of Cups in the reverse and the Nine of Swords in the reverse. Cancer, Cancer. Who is this person? For some of you, this is like a good friend of yours, or even like a therapist of yours saying, you know what? You don't really need to know why this person did what they did. You just need to know that they thought that that was an okay thing to do. And that's all you need to know. Like, that's not, you have a bad moral energy. Like, you don't know how to make choices that respect the people that you purportedly care about. So, that's a no for me. So, I feel like the advice here for you, Cancer, is we don't need to always have the answers as to why somebody says what they say or do what they do. The important thing is to be observant and learn from those things that we know to be true. Learn from those situations where somebody didn't respect or value you. And remember and remind yourself, you deserve better. You deserve that respect. You deserve that love. And if they can't provide it, that's their own thing. They got to figure it out. But like, it's not your mystery, right? Um, red beard. The questions are more important. No, your healing and your ability to like wash your hands clean of other people's bullshit, that's just fine. Like, look, we're all going through some sort of healing. We're all going through some sort of recovery or getting past some sort of disappointment. We've got to be able to respect each other's need for space to be able to do that, right? Like, I don't need to know why you're messed up. You're just not right for me right now, okay? Like, Cancer, I feel like acceptance is a big theme or lesson here for you, right? Like, you did what you did. I don't know why, but with the Ten of Cups in the reverse, it helps you understand a little bit more why things are changing. Maybe some of you are leaving where you're living. The Ten of Cups in the reverse can be leaving a past, leaving a home, finding something new after maybe you had kind of decided that you wanted to hang out there and chill there, right? Like, I like it here most of the time, right? Well, there's something else that's pulling you to it. We have the Hermit here, an interesting similarity to the Pisces reading. The Hermit is telling me, yeah, you're being called somewhere else. There's something else out here for you, another community or another family, another friend group. And you're being pulled towards those individuals because you won't deal with the same kind of murky kind of energy where one day you feel like you're close and the next you don't know if you can trust somebody, right? Oh, I'm so excited for you. All right, let's see. We've got to move on to Scorpio, and I'm being pulled towards the Egyptian tarot, so we'll use that for you, Scorpio. All right. Scorpio, we've got the Page of Cups or the Knave of Chalices, and the Queen of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Well, there's that gift. Ace of Pentacles is absolutely the same kind of energy as that gift card we got at the very beginning from the Kipper. And we've got a sense here that there's somebody drawing in this blessing. So there's somebody that tried to put you in a place of anger or tried to make you respond in some sort of like petty revenge situation. Somebody tried to provoke you, okay? Whether or not you know this. And you sat there in your Queen of Wands energy and you were like, oh, really? I mean, I'm irritated, but I'm not going to do what you think I'm going to do, you know? Um, Scorpio, you held your composure in a situation where somebody thought that they would be able to entice you into a full-on like battle or war. And you were just like, no, you're not worth my time. Like, I'm picturing, God, what cartoon is that? Where somebody would just like hold the forehead of the like angry, like fighty dude. Was that Speedy Gonzalez or something? I don't know, a long time ago. But like, you just weren't having it. You weren't willing to be drawn into that battle, right? And as a result, there's something looks a lot like abundance to me that is coming to you. You're being rewarded for not letting somebody manipulate you into some immature behavior or immature reaction. They didn't get what they want, so you get what you want. Kind of a fun way to put that. We have the Fool and the reverse. Nine of Wands. Yeah. You declined to get into it with this person that is not as smart as you. I'm just going to say it how it is, because that's what it is. They're irritated that you're onto them, or you understand how they try to manipulate people. So you figured out that the best way to handle this person is to not let them rile you up, not let them see if you get agitated, and certainly not like give them what they are looking for in terms of some kind of like, ah. So this Nine of Wands to me is saying, you know when to get riled up, you know when to get defensive, you know when to let things escalate, and it isn't this thing, right? Redbeard, I only duel at dawn. I love you, Redbeard. You're the best. Scorpio, let's get a little bit of clarification from the Everyday Tarot. Everyday Witch? I can't remember now. We've got the World. It's like everyone except for Cancer got the World. And then the Ten of Wands. Something is over. The difficulty here is almost over. And it's like literally all because you didn't let this person start like a whole big thing. You just didn't let them control you. I feel a sense of relief and almost like giddiness. Like it worked. Like I totally evaded your bullshit, right? Like I didn't let you draw me into this argument. And now I get to do what I want to do, or I get to live my life the way I want to live my life. So there's definitely a sense here that you are moving on to a new chapter in your life because you didn't let somebody control your emotions or manipulate you. All right, we're going to move on to Aries. So on to the fire signs. And we're going to move this guy. And this is the Morgan Gear. What do we have for Aries? There's that gift again. Ace of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. When they come out together, I add them together. This is the Ten of Pentacles. Same as the first card for Aquarius. So you might have Aquarius in your chart, or you might be dealing with somebody that has Aquarius in their chart. Either way, this is like a good combo. This is money moving in your favor, a promotion, something to do with your home going well. If you're looking to buy a home, you're going to get what you want. But there is definitely a sense here that you were already doing something well on your own, and then somebody makes things even better for you. So you like got the ball rolling, right? Maybe you were courageous or optimistic in a situation where others were not, and you didn't let the little things like distract you from your goals or from what you needed to do to get to that goal, right? So Aries, you're continuing the theme. You've got the World card, and just like the first couple of signs that I did, it's in that third card position. So you do have some things aligning here, in particular with Aquarius, so that might be important. But we've got the Nine of Cups in the reverse. So here's the situation. You are dealing with or have been dealing with somebody that is selfish, and you are being rewarded when you let go of that connection or when you set a boundary with that connection. In other words, you are feeling more independent and more capable of dealing with things on your own. And if somebody wants to be so focused on themselves that they neglect you, or they take something of yours, or they don't give you what you've earned, then you're like, you know what? I'll create stability and balance on my own. Like, I don't need you to prop everything up for me, right? You can manage on your own. All right, let's get some clarifiers for you. We're going to go with the Steampunk Tarot as the clarifiers for the last 6 signs. All right, for Aries, what else do we have, please? Aries, we have the Ten of Swords and the Page of Wands. I'm sorry, Five of Wands in the reverse. So it looks like there is kind of a roadblock or a dead end here. Like, I already said that this was no longer going to be a thing, or I already ended this situation. I'm not looking to negotiate. I'm not looking to hear what you think about it. This is just how it is, right? So there's kind of a matter of fact, like, nah, you blew it. Not interested in what you have to say about the situation because I've already made a decision, right? So there's a finality here that I feel like somebody's not very happy about. but you standing up for yourself and having those boundaries indicates to the universe that you've made a lot of progress. And that's when we tend to get something along the lines of abundance sent our way. All right, let's move on to Leo. And I always forget to do this, so let me just say happy birthday to the Leos out there. I hope you're having a wonderful time with your season. All right, we've got the Santa Muerte for you, Leo. King of Pentacles in the reverse, Queen of Wands in the reverse. Oh, really? Spicy. There's somebody here that is jealous of you or wants to take something from you. Could be both. I get that this king and queen are the same person, primarily because like their hat and position is like the same. So this is somebody who pretends to have more than they do, or pretends to be well connected when they're not. Like, this is a fake person, and they feel like you have something that they wish they had. This could be like they're envious of your relationship, they're envious of your job, they're envious of your car, whatever it is. They're jealous, right? And they feel like they should be able to have something of yours. So, Leo, Tower in the reverse, Nine of Swords in the reverse. So this person is going to try to do something either to make things less awesome for you, or to literally take what is yours and pretend it's theirs, right? So what doesn't seem to occur to this person, or like be obvious to this person, is that you actually have some kind of protection. They don't realize that it's kind of hard to do something cruel to you because you have these good intentions. And as a result, when they try to ruin something for you, another good thing's gonna pop up, or another good opportunity is going to come your way. They can't stop this abundance for your karma from coming in, right? Like, this is just owed to you. So if they try to take something from you, just do what you got to do, but remind yourself that it comes back to you because that was meant for you. This person can't permanently take something from you, right? We have the Knight of Wands in the reverse, Five of Pentacles. Ooh. So this person is either going to have some actual legal consequences for their actions, or they're going to be kind of like cut out of a group of people that don't want to like trust this person anymore after they see how they've treated you. So there are consequences for this person because they try to ruin something for you or take something from you. So as a result, let's just hope they're learning a lesson, right? Like, you probably should spend more time worrying about your own stuff and your own goals than being nervous about how somebody's doing better than you, right? All right, moving on to Sagittarius. This is the Gold Foil Tarot. You have the Seven of Cups, Knight of Cups in the reverse. Somebody tried to insert themselves into a situation where they were not welcome, meaning there was an opinion that was not asked for, and that opinion was based on a falsehood or was an actual illusion. There's something here about a person feeling like they can, from the outside, um, meddle with something, make something worse, and like ruin this for you. And it may have caused you some stress and some grief, but at the end of the day, this person gets exposed for trying to make things not good for you. So, Sagittarius, there's a sense of protection here for you as well. And it makes me feel like this person is like extra mad. Like, they didn't like you to begin with, but now that they've tried to mess with you and they're getting their just desserts, they're like, "Ugh, hate that person." Well, do you, or do you hate yourself for falling into the same trap that you always fall into? Like, whoever's trying to mess with Sagittarius here, you should probably learn a lesson. Like, I shouldn't be messing with people. I should take care of my own business, right? Like, mind my own business. So, 10 of Wands, there is something ending in a good way, right? Like some investigation, some conversation, some project that has been tedious or arduous. This is coming to a close because the facts have come out. With the Sun in the reverse card, there's a sense of depression because, somebody was trying to hide something. Somebody didn't want to be exposed as being manipulative or trying to make things worse for another person. They are getting consequences for their actions, and it's like they didn't expect to get them. Like, of course, people would believe me. Why wouldn't they believe me? All right, so Sagittarius, this is the Steampunk Tarot for some clarification. I don't know if one flipped over or not. Okay. What else do we have for Sagittarius? Queen of Cups in the reverse. So this is the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Clarifying it is the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, this person just had no love for you. They were upset with you for something you said or did and felt like they could find a way to get you back. The problem being they didn't have the data to back whatever they were saying or whatever they were claiming. There was protection here for Sagittarius. So they look like a fool with a chip on their shoulder. All right, moving to the very patient earth signs. I love you guys. Thank you for not hating me for putting you at the end. First up is Capricorn. This is the Metamuse. Capricorn, we have the 8 of Cups in the reverse and the 10 of Swords. So what just flew into my head was if you've ever tried to kill a fly, like fly swatter, and gotten a little bit frustrated because you struggle to catch the fly, and then you like put down the swatter and you're like, okay, like this isn't happening. This guy's just a little bit too good for me. I'm gonna like go about my business and like read my book or watch my show or whatever. And then he comes back and you're like, I got you this time. I'm gonna get you. And you slowly grab the fly swatter again and you sneak up and you just right off the bat, you get the dude, right? I don't know why it's a masculine fly, but it is. Probably Jeff Goldblum. Let's blame him. So this person or problem in your life comes back and you may not have been effective initially, but you know now. And you are like quick with it, just like, done. No, I'm gonna stop you right there. Nope, don't want to hear what you have to say. So you have learned something. You have become a little bit more adept at dealing with something or someone that is annoying because I'm comparing them to a fly, people. So like, this is not somebody that you enjoy being around, right? This is somebody who is irritating. 5 of Wands, they like to start fights with you. They like to get you in a situation where you are irritable. It's like a game for them. And you're over here, you're like, I don't have time for your games. I don't have time to like remind you that I'm above this or that I don't have the patience for you. Like, let's just not. I don't want to engage with you. I don't want to talk to you. For some of you, this is like learning to not engage with bad drivers on the road. But I think for the majority of you, this is somebody from your past who always feels like they have the ability to come back around. You're like, nope, I'm good. Not going to talk to you. Not interested. I'm not buying what you're selling. You can turn around. Like, I'm sure you have another ex you can bother, right? I'm sure you have somebody out there that you could talk to instead of me because, like, no. Shh. All right, let's get some clarification here for you, Capricorn. Two of Cups, Nine of Wands in the reverse. Do I have any emotions for you? Sure. Do I remember the good times? Sure. Do I feel like we could have at some point made this work? Sure. But you know what? This isn't worth fighting for because there's something inherently off. There's something that we can't fix. Like for some of you, you might just have like a deal breaker. Like you did that or you do this or you are subscribed to that, whatever it is. Like there's something here that just makes us not a good fit, right? So I'm not going to fight for that. All right, let's move on to Taurus. Taurus, we're going to use the Jack-o'-lantern tarot for you because it's awesome. All right, what do we have for Taurus, please? Nine of Swords and the Sun in the reverse. Taurus, there's something upsetting you here. And for a lot of you, this is a lack of knowing what's going on. But I also feel like for some of you, there's just somebody that you miss. You're trying to figure out a situation, but it is a difficult one, right? What else do we have for Taurus, please? We have the Hanged Man in the reverse and the Page of Swords. Taurus, there's a truth here that's looking you dead in your face, and I feel like you're trying to avoid it. I love you, but I'm going to tell you the truth. There is something that you need to be honest with yourself about, and that helps you let go of whatever this frustration, anxiety, or depression might be. You know how to change this, or you know what's going on. You just need to be honest, right? What do I need to change, or what do I need to accept? And then we have the Four of Wands. This is the only thing, Taurus, that is blocking a leveling up for you, okay? There's a lot of work that you've done. There's a lot of things you have been honest with yourself about. And I see some things that you've actually changed in terms of your behavior. But Taurus, there's something blocking you here, and that is self-awareness. One thing, two things, it's not major, but there is something here that you need to be honest with yourself about. And once you let go of that, and once you're honest about that state or acceptance of that situation, then things get better, things improve for you. In particular, it looks like financially things get better for you, Taurus, when you accept something or when you're honest with yourself. Taurus, we have the Page of Cups and the Fool in the reverse. There is an apology that somebody owes. They've been unnecessarily cruel or harsh. I feel like they've been upset about something on their own, and as a result, they have kind of lashed out at you. So you're going to get an apology, and I would take that as confirmation that, okay, if that person can apologize for their behavior, then I can look at a situation for what it is and let go of that hurt, disappointment, or pain, right? All right, last but not least, let's move on to Virgo. Virgo, I'm going to use the Bianco Nero for you. The Nine of Wands has been a popular one. And the Hanged Man in the reverse. Interesting. So Virgo, there's something here that is important to you that you have not taken action on. This feels like the trigger for whatever this blessing is coming into you. So you have learned a lot from your situation. You have grown as a person, but there's something that you have been delaying, something that you have put off that you know you need to do because it gets you closer to something that you want, or it completes a cycle for you. There's almost like a defensiveness here that maybe is working against you, and a little bit of a lack of courage or a little bit of sadness. Virgo, when you let go of that and you do the thing that you know you need to do, things get a lot easier for you. So I guess let go of the procrastination, take charge in something. Yes, the Queen of Wands is your advice. This is the energy you need to basically embody, right? I feel like you've already had this energy before, but this is applying it to a new situation. So, Virgo, when you remember that you have gotten through a lot of difficult times and you managed it, you handled it, when you remind yourself of what you've been through and what you've already been able to manage in your life, that helps you gain the courage that you need to take action in the situation. This feels like you're calling a war or you're calling a battle. Like, this isn't for me, this is how I feel, this is what I want. You know that there's going to be a little bit of discomfort when you do this thing, when you say this thing, but you can handle it. I think you might be kind of psyching yourself out and believing that something's going to be worse than it actually will be, and you can let go of that, right? It's not serving you, it's blocking you, and you know that you're able to remove that block. High Priestess, you know that you can remove that block. Part of what has changed about you, Virgo, is you have an increased sense of intuition. You need to trust that intuition. You need to let it guide you. Feel like you might be getting caught up in the day to day or the stresses around you and ignoring what needs to change when it is actually quite apparent to you because you've got this intuition kind of screaming at you. You might be having dreams about this. Once you change this, everything gets better for you. You just have to listen to that intuition. If you need extra confirmation and this video doesn't give it to you, I would encourage you to put on a random playlist or, shuffle a channel and ask for lyrics that make sense to you to come through. And that often works for me. So we have the Three of Cups in the reverse. There's a need here for you to let go of somebody else's opinion or a group. They have created instability in your life and you know it. This Temperance in the reverse almost looks like lungs to me with the red wings. So there's something about your breath. This is weird. Somebody took your breath away or somebody helped you feel calm. You'll feel calm around people that have your best interest at heart. You don't feel like you have to look for whether or not they're lying or whether or not they're trying to trick you, right? So, Virgo, you're being asked to assess the people in your life. Who are the people that help you feel calm and who are the people that agitate the situation? You should be reprioritizing your time management based on those assessments. There's somebody here that you should be spending more time with and somebody that you should be probably cutting out or spending less time with. So, all right, that is my all signs reading for you all. Thank you so much for the likes and the subscribes. Thank you to everyone who also watches the shorts that I create. I will have a few more of those for you today. Love you all. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you on the next reading.